colorful, nice, some of the rare paintings I see of well-known painters, and for me it's a treat because when I see large exhibitions like this, it is an inspiration to all of us, because otherwise we are always alone doing our work in our little studios, and we are always by ourselves because painting is a medium. It's a lonely kind of art. You have to think for yourself. You have to work everything on your own. There are no assistants. There's nobody to help you. So it's a long journey for each of us. So I feel it's really lovely to see such a colorful, lovely work. I should see all the painters' work. I've not seen. I don't know who are these. Ganesh Pine's work. I'm a great admirer of some of the Calcutta artists like Ganesh Pine and Bikash Bhattacharya. And, yes, there are well-known painters here, Hussain Saab and Raza. And actually, I have got a booking in Jahangir Art Gallery in next year in February. I've just started working, so that's why I don't like to come out too often. But for big openings like this, to see paintings, I do come.
Awesome. There's such a wide variety of art, painters, just amazing, and such wonderful old pieces also, stuff that you don't get to see very often. Very, very nice collection, I must say. Well, I have to say everybody was raving about the Ara, and of course the Raj, the Hussain, spectacular, let's put it like that. Look at the colors, look at the wonderful brush stroke. All of it is really very, very interesting. I think it's wonderful. I hope, it does really supremely well. And a lot more people should be able to come and see all of this, which is so important, because I think a lot of the youth should come and see what's happening, with the old masters, etc. There's so much here. So it must be, aired to the public at large.
One, I think it's amazing to be able to be under one roof, to see so much of old Indian art and culture all in one space. And it's so nice to know that all this is, India hangs on this culture. This is what's so Indian, which is appreciated all over the world. And, for me being an Indian, to sit in India and to be able to see all this, I think that's amazing. And such amazing artists and really old times, stuff that's painted at that time, and how the art has changed and brought in, from the newer artists, how they brought in stuff. I'm getting to learn a lot, actually. I think art and music are very similar. The difference being, one is visual, and whatever appeals, whatever colors and lines and shapes appeal to your ear, to your eye. I think in music it's frequency and what notes of like the kind of notes that follow each other which appeals to you. So that's why somebody prefers a Bhopali rag and somebody prefers another rag. Why? Because of the sequence of notes, and they prefer that color created by that sequence. And the same thing with art. The color create, like you just very simple thing. You put red and blue together and you get purple. So how much of red are you going to put in and how much of blue will give you the shade of purple? So that's the beauty of being able to see it. I don't look at this as design. I just look at this as part of me, and these are pieces of things that I pick up along the way. And if it makes me feel good about myself, I wear it. And if it doesn't, I'll drop it. But I'll generally buy it only when I feel, I like this thing. So it's become art. I mean, even with Colonial Cousins, when we started, we wore sherwanis, and nobody was wearing sherwanis. The younger generation after that, shadis and all, they started wearing sherwanis, but it just started with Colonial Cousins. I put braids in my hair. I used to have more hair then, so I had 4 braids, and I felt good. And if I had so much hair, I'd have 4 braids today, but I have 1 left. So
गोल्डन डेज के जितने पेंटर्स हैं, मुगल के हैं, मैं सब देख रही हूँ बिकॉज आई एम वेरी फॉन्ड ऑफ आर्ट, बिकॉज आई बिलोंग टू बंगाल. मेरे घर में भी ऐसे जैसे 7 नोट्स हम गाते हैं, 7 कलर्स से जो आर्टिस्ट एक एक्सप्रेशन उनके अपने अमेजिंग. तो आज यहाँ आके मुझे सबसे अच्छा लगा, बहुत यू कैन नॉट डिस्क्रिमिनेट कि ये अच्छा लगा कि बहुत मुश्किल था मेरे लिए चुनना। तो मुझे बहुत सारे फर्स्ट टाइम मैंने देखा समबख्श, उन्होंने पूरा दरबार को जो एक्सप्लेन किया है, एंड यही लगता है कि एज एन आर्टिस्ट द एक्सप्रेशन इज़ नॉट बायस्ड बाय एनी रिलीजन और एनीथिंग, it's only their expression with the 7 colors, and it's the detailing painting में इतना detail and story, I was amazed। मैं आई थी इतनी ट्रैफिक में भी, लेकिन यहाँ आके मैं एकदम I was so happy। The expression of the artist is brilliant, and यही तो है हमारा धरोहर है। We Indians, our culture and everything is reflected। I've seen one painting over there. It's I'm from Bengal. Some foreigner did it, and they explored Bengal. It's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Khol और वो सब expression. But how they pick up, उनकी नज़रिया अलग होता है। इतने भीड़ भाड़ में they pick up one topic and they express it so beautifully। बस बहुत अच्छा लगा।
Today I'm having a great feel here, because suddenly now, maybe in art field, maybe the presentation side, maybe the younger generation, I mean in artist creator side, we are just missing some Indianness. So suddenly today, I just saw a lot of old masters and another great Indian feel. So I saw Suza's landscape, which is very unusual, and then a brilliant, gorgeous provoker Barve. So I'm just feeling that we are living among this kind of scholars and all serious old masters, and who gave us the knowledge. But somehow, if we see exhibitions now in modern time, in other galleries, in young painters' works and other things, sometimes now we miss this. So here, it's a great feel. Suddenly I thought that, oh yeah, we are very rich in our creation, in our country. A lot of good productions were there. So this thing is actually a whole body of work. It's very rich and giving really the richness of our culture. So I'm very happy about this production and organizing. Yeah, then of course, Osians, and we are just watching that Osians in many fields, in the field of cinema and curios and other things. So it's brilliant. Means always, so they are arranging all our Indian heritage and carrying it. This is it's kind of historical thing. So the mini history they are creating, So our heritage, they are carrying it. It's great. It's great service to the art-loving people. I had my solo show very, very recently, 2-3 months back. So the next exhibition will be in Bangalore, not in this city. And I love to show in other places also. So this year, middle of this year, I'll be showing in Bangalore.
For auctions, and I don't think I've ever missed any auction show. So they've been doing it for I think 5 years, 6 years now, or more than that I think. And if I'm in Mumbai, I make it a point that I come here. It's lovely to see all great masters under one roof. It's fantastic array of work together. It's very difficult to choose because you're choosing best among the best. So I'm standing in front of the great master Osian. There's Manjit Baba, there's Souza, there's Ara, there's you name it. I'm flooded and surrounded with all great masters. So feel humbled. All my friends are asking me that. I really want to come up with a show now, maybe end of this year. It's actually putting across 20 to 25 works. So that is the difficult and the challenging part. Otherwise, I do paint. I'm a chef by the day and a painter by the night. All the very best to Oceans. Great endeavor. Keep it up.
I've stepped into many such galleries, and when you step into a gallery which is done by Osian, it's a different look completely compared to what's contemporary and even masters, what you see in regular galleries. This gives you a completely different feel. It's got quirky paintings. I even learned a couple of new things. For example, I came across a Dutch Bengal painting, a Dutch Bengal. I'm now going to find out what Dutch Bengal is. So it's very interesting. I get to learn, and I think they have done a lot of hard work to bring paintings which are not mainstream. And there are a lot of new artists and which surprise you. Like you see the name, you've never heard them before, but they are beautiful. Other than all the masters like Souza and Bawa, which you really need to have deep pockets for, that's a no-brainer. Everybody knows those paintings and everybody likes those paintings. But I would go for somebody like Ram Kumar, but it's going beyond the reach. Let's see in the auction what happens. Yeah, and there are like Bikash Bhattacharya, which is very rare work. So maybe let's see.
It's a very well curated show, and I congratulate Neville and his team for making such an excellent selection. And I feel price-wise also they are excellently priced. Because see, up till now, not up till now, or till Osian stepped in a few decades back, it was only Christie's and Sotheby's and Bonhams also at that time who were very active. But these were all foreign auction houses. So I think Neville has done an excellent job. And Saffron, of course, started much later. But Neville is the first person who's done this on his own. He had the courage and the ability to do this without any foreign funding or any contributions, taking any contributions from these other big auction houses.